This video is now in session. The President's Many Hats. Art by Andie Tyndall. Other stuff by Kimberly and Emily Vick. So as the president, he has many hats he has to wear. First being the top hat of chief executive. As the chief executive, the president is the boss of millions of government workers, and he enforces a lot of laws on the United States of America. For example, the chief executive appoints someone as the head of the CIA. He reads reports about problems of the FBI, and he also attends many cabinet meetings, and he discusses government business in those meetings with other important people. Also, as the president wears the baseball hat of the chief diplomat. As the chief diplomat, the president decides what the U.S. diplomats and ambassadors say to foreign governments, because saying the wrong thing is a no-no. Makes foreign policies of the United States with the help of advisors. This is important. For example, the president will travel to London, England, to meet with British leaders, such as Queenie, but most importantly, members of Parliament. He also entertains Japanese diplomats in the White House. He could do this with a dance, with a movie, whatever your heart desires. He also writes letters to Russia, probably like to Putin or something. The president is also the commander-in-chief, and in being so, he wears the army helmet of commander-in-chief. In doing this, he is in charge of the U.S. Armed Forces. He decides where and when troops are sent and how many weapons they shall use. He also gives orders to all military generals and admirals. This does not mean that he declares war. That is Congress's job. So in doing this job, the president inspects a navy yard, just one. He decides whether to bomb foreign cities in wartime, and he calls out troops to stop a riot. All right. The president is also the legislative leader. In doing so, sometimes he does not wear this wig, but it's often associated with this kind of stuff. Okay, so in doing this, he influences Congress's lawmaking by urging to pass new laws, and the president also gets to veto bills he does not like. So, in doing this, he invites members of Congress to lunch in the White House, probably something really nice, maybe like some lobster. He signs a bill of Congress every once in a while, and he makes a speech in Congress every so often. The president is also head of state. And being the head of state, he is a living, breathing symbol of the United States of America. So he inspires by example. We look up to that person in the White House. So as the head of state, he awards beautiful medals, and he greets visitors when they come to his humble abode, the White House. He also makes many patriotic speeches on every 4th of July. As the economic leader, the president endures very many stress levels higher than our own and deals with a lot of debt. The president is expected to help the economy run smoothly, which isn't really that easy in the United States of America. He also makes sure that the general prosperity of the country is prosperous. He meets with economic advisors and meets with business and labor leaders to discuss their needs. Now the fun part. He's the party leader. Woo! He helps members of his political party get elected or appointed so that, the Democrats that voted for him would be happy. He helps campaign for those who have supported his party. So in doing this, he chooses leading party members to serve in his cabinet. Not his kitchen cabinet where he puts plates and mugs, but his presidential cabinet. That's his, and it's filled with people. He may, every once in a while, for example, travel to California to speak at a rally for a party nominee to the U.S. Senate to help his political campaign. those are all the hats the president wears. So that's made and brought to you by Emily Vick, Andie Tyndall, and Kimberly Sharon Brock. Out of session.